Alrighty, guys, we are back. Had an awesome dinner, good little break. We are back now with men's 8-ball teams in the advanced division. Bill, how are you? We are ready to rock it out here in Conference Center, Nanaimo, BC for CCS Vancouver Island Championships. If you are just tuning in, we just started up again. Help us out, share that stream. I'll be manning the mic mostly by myself up until the point where my team has to play. However, I may be joined by special guest Starden Neufeld. She may be joining in with me as soon as she is done in her match. And we are ready to rock and roll. So again, I apologize for all of the unmanned streams. But again, we are all playing in the event. And these guys are just about ready to get things underway. I'm sure I did. The level of pool here has been a treat. Liked, shared, and watching from Innisville. Well, thanks for tuning in, Brian, Gord, Jerry, Bill. Appreciate everybody tuning in. She's going to be a barn burner match. The machine was the ones that won the 9-ball, so we'll see if they can go through, win the 8-ball as well. You got my back. Commentary by text. And just so everybody is aware, it's not Ben on the mic. It is myself. I am Grant. Seems that Ben and I get confused on the microphone quite often. But I guess if I'm going to be confused with somebody, Ben Francis is not a bad option to be confused with. And I'll tell you what, guys, the room right now is absolutely buzzing. A lot of teams. The team play is always an exciting event. The room is packed. Everybody's alive with anticipation of how well they can do in the team event. Yeah, you know what, Gord? I got to give it to John. Now, John, for those that don't remember, John last year in this event had all of his cues stolen. So that was all Predator stuff. So he had the BK Rush, Predator playing cue, Predator jumping cue, Predator case, and had them stolen from the event here last year. And as a twist of fate would have it, just before Christmas time, the local police here did a raid on a drug house, from what I understand, and went into the house and found not only John's cues, but a bunch of stolen property, and recovered his cues. They were sitting still in the case, untouched, in the corner of the house. That's the drugs. The buzzing will go away eventually. Right on. Pan around. I can do that. We may as well do a tour of the room while we're sitting here waiting. See if I can get things set up for you. Give you a quick little tour of the room. Kind of show you guys what it's all about. So here is the tour of the room here, guys. So kind of Give you the broad layout, and then down the middle, of course, it's just absolutely packed full of people. Way down in the back, I'll see if I can zoom in a little bit. There is a cue repair just outside those doors to the left. Billiard shop there in the middle. And then over on the right side, more tables. And that's kind of where we're at. And it looks like we are underway. Yeah, really good story. Glad it all worked out, especially for John. Got all of his cues back. And you know, I was talking to John about that earlier today, and it was to the point that he had the check from the insurance company for the replacement of his cues, and this is the type of guy that John is. Had the cues back, had the check in his hand from the insurance company, and because he got his cues back, ripped up the check. Gord, I can do that for you. I'll send you a message on Facebook once I can jump off the microphone here and talk to him. So indeed, Ben Francis up on the right-hand table, looking good to run out here. Mark Downey on the left-hand table, also for the machine, looking to run out. Watch your foot. Thank you. Yeah, John is a really good guy. Met him last year, and just an amazing guy. So Ben Francis looks like he's going to draw first blood. That puts the machine up first. 1-0. So Mark on the left-hand table, only real trouble ball here is going to be the 5 ball. And I think he may have come up a little bit short on shape here. I don't know if the 1 passes 6 to the side pocket. May have to take the, I think it's the 4 ball sitting up in the top right hand. Try and break out or develop the 5 ball. I don't know if it passes the 8 into the left hand side pocket. But I don't think he can hit this 1 ball. Might be able to. I can't quite tell. I'm looking at the same kind of angle that you're seeing on the monitor here. Oh yeah, it goes all day long. So if that 5 passes 8 into the left-hand side pocket, I like it for Mark to get out. Yeah, machine is in gear and ready to rock already. And you'll have to excuse me if I do sound a little bit biased. The machine is all players from Calgary, so I know them. The freight train, don't know anybody on that team with the exception of John. They do have their name on their sleeve, so I'll see if I can take a look. So it looks like Wayne is at the table on the right hand for freight train. Ready to grip it and rip it. Goes with the second ball break, does make a ball on the break. Left-hand table, Mark Downey looking good. May have to go around a couple of rails here. 7 ball in the right-hand side pocket, come around 3 rails because I don't think it'll pass 13 to the left hand. Randy, how are you? And just a side note here, guys, if you are playing in a team event, you'll notice that team shirts are required. And if you really want to help out the guys that are streaming, do what the guys from Freight Train have done and put your name on your sleeve. That absolutely helps me out. Mark came up just a little bit short there. Ben says he's going to cut this in for lunch. Oh, Wayne. Wayne leaves a hanger. And that actually rolled back, so I'm not sure whether it hit the glue in the pocket or whether there was a piece of chalk or something. Mark cutting this in, right hand corner pocket, all day long for lunch. Machine taking 2-0 lead. And Jeremiah Hampton up at the table for the Machine. So the 2-7 is the trouble on the table here. 2-ball will go up to the top left-hand corner. 4-ball, I believe he can get underneath the 9-ball, pocket that in the right-hand corner. So really it's only the 7-ball. So can't quite make out the name on the freight train player on the left-hand table here. Let's see if I can figure that out. Hey Narcisse, how are you? And guys, again, if you are just tuning in, help me out, share the stream. We are in for a treat. Really good pool. So unfortunately, the gentleman for Freight Train at the table now on the left does not have his name. It simply says Freight Train. So I'm going to assume he is team captain, so his name affectionately will be known as El Capitan. So snaps the break, makes the ball. You used to roll with your name on your chest. Valerie says this is Dave. I'm not sure how you know that, Val, but I'll go with it. Oh, you know, Narcisse, I'm hanging out in the same spot I've been for a few days. But we are in for a treat here, guys, so if you can, help me out. If you are just tuning in, drop it like it's hot. Let's get some viewers. These guys deserve it, let me tell you. He's from Langley. Thanks, Linda. Hampton in a little bit tough here, because there is nothing tied up for high ball. Nice shot. Does he cover? Would have liked that 12 ball to drop. Although still fairly easy run out from here. If he is going to take this combination, got to be careful of where the 9's going to end up. Must be very tired. I have definitely put in some hours. Thanks, Susan. I do play at 6:30, so about an hour from now. So I'm going to stick on with you for as long as what I can before I got to go warm up for my match. I didn't do so well, Susan. I kind of had some unfortunate news the day that we started the event, so my mind has kind of been more with my sister right now than with pool. But I am doing my best. I'm gonna try to put that out of the brain for the time being, and just enjoy watching some good pool. But definitely, I did not play so well in the singles. The team event for 9-ball didn't do well there until we played in the second chance. Took second place in the second chance. Yeah, really good positioning on that combo for sure. Unfortunately, Dave goes 2 rails around to scratch. Kind of would have liked to see him play forward there, go out 2 rails, not flirt with this side pocket. But no problem, he says. Freight Train is on the board. So if I have to run off to go and play my match, I'm hoping that Arden will be done her match. She's going to come on, do some guest commentating for us here. Hopefully a little bit with me, and then I can leave the stream in her trusted hands.
So I was told by my sister, correct, I was told by my sister not to put my cubes here because every time I leaned in, my hands looked like before we got on the stream.
It happens.
Be cognizant of where the camera is.
Yes, thanks, Susan. Much appreciated. Yeah, Arden and I met last year. She came on as a guest last year, and had a blast with her. I've been looking forward to having her on the stream here again, so it'll be a treat. So Danny Gombach up at the table here for the machine on the left-hand table. And he is looking good. 12 side pocket, 15 to the top left, 8 to the top right. Looking to regain a 2-cushion lead, or a 2-game cushion lead. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, Linda. And Russ Whittle at the table on the right-hand side for the machine. We had an absolute blast when she was on the live stream last year. So we've had a couple of conversations on Facebook since then, and really looking forward to having her on again. It'll be a treat for me. Really nice girl. She can really sing. I did not know that about her. So nice little table layout for Russ here. Shooting on low ball, 5 to the top right, 6 to the top left. Oh, even better. Gutsy shot, but Russ says no problem. This is how it's done. That is good to know, Linda. I might make her sing for me a little bit. Nice shot to play off there, although I don't know if he's got the 4 ball. And I don't know if the 7 will pass the 12 to the top left-hand corner. That is always the trouble, trying to bump things out of the way. Sometimes they come back to haunt you a little bit. Oh, I totally will, Linda. Yep. Oh, that's all good. Anytime Tyler Eady wants to come and talk, I can interrupt myself. I'll let you do it, though. Name and phone number. Anybody, my name. My name, my phone number, your money. That is the best way to enter a draw for me. Yeah, we could, Ronnie. There's a few things we're looking at kind of toying around with here, as far as our production and some of the things that we're going to try to do. Yeah, that'll work. Still works. Thank you, sir. You got to get in on that one too. Yeah, over 8. This is the one you want. But yeah, we're looking at doing a couple of different things with the production. 1 for 5, 3 for 10, 10 for 20, 50 for 50, 3 for 10. Russ gets out on the right-hand table. And Mark Downey on the left-hand table for the machine. Looking like he's got a good run here too. Might have to take this 2-ball bump the 8, play the 5 to the bottom left-hand corner. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, he put on a show in those finals to take out Russ Whittle, who, by the way, was not playing too darn shabby himself. He was playing extremely well. But when it came right down to it, Tyler Eady got the best of Mr. Whittle. So touchy little shot here for Mark on the left-hand side. 5 to the top right. 2 ways to play it. One is really flirtatious, a little bit of draw with right hand. Gonna have to avoid that side pocket. Or play this with some top left, avoid the 10 ball that's sitting on that left-hand side pocket and go around 3 rails, but then you've also got to avoid the 14 to get shape for 8 in the right-hand pocket. Hits that perfect. Made a really hard shot look routine. Ooh, had to wipe its feet on the way in. Had to wipe its feet. Nonetheless, in the pocket it goes. 5-1 lead for the machine over Freight Train. So Gary at the table on the right hand. Shooting low ball. Nice little layout for low ball here. 5 to the side, 6 to the bottom left. Can shape the 4 or the 7. Deuce to the top left hand, 3 to the bottom right. Smooth as Jiffy peanut butter, indeed. I'll just double check with Ben here, make sure I've got the score correct, 5-1. Thank goodness, because they were scheduled to play on 3 tables, which would have made my job a little more difficult to keep track of scores. As it is, doing the commentary by myself, watching 2 tables, plus all the comments, makes it a small challenge. Where is the machine from? They are from Calgary. So hopefully I don't sound too biased here, guys. I'm really not trying to be. I just know the players, obviously, from Calgary extremely well. Oh, you're welcome, Wayne. I'll do my best. There's certainly multiple ways to run a table, but I'll do my best. I'll try to give you a couple of different options for what they can do. I think with Danny here, the shot is to play this 11-6 ball. It really is the only trouble ball on the table. The rest is simple table mapping from there. And when I say simple, it's really not as easy as what it seems. Absolutely. Well, I'm really trying not to be biased. I just like to see good pool. Don't matter who's shooting it. So Gary is just waiting for the opponent on table 14 to make his shot, kind of standing in his way. So can't quite tell if the 3 ball will pass the 11 or the 10 into either top left or top right. But it will pass into either side pocket. So again, it's trying to map out your table. So he is shooting at the 3 ball apparently. Could be back cutting the 1, but I doubt that. Shooting 3 to the top right. Hold for the 1 ball. Nice shot. 1 to the bottom left-hand corner. Might check a rail. You could put some left-hand spin on the cue ball. That way when you hit above the side pocket, it does check back up table and can give you the 5 to the side. And 1 is definitely going to be, well, let me wait till he jumps out of the way here. Have a look at the table again. I don't think he can see the 2 ball, so definitely instead he's going to take the 4 ball. A little bit out on the deuce to the side on the left. Could take the 7 up to the top right-hand corner here as well. Roll up for the 1 to the side. And depending on the angle he's got on this 1, could roll forward for the 5 in the right-hand side, or kind of put that little stun draw for the 5 ball to the bottom right-hand corner. That's what he's looking at now. And Jeremiah Hampton on the right-hand table making some quick work. Nice shot, 5 to the bottom right-hand corner. So the issue with it is this, is your 2 balls the last ball, and you've got a lot of traffic to try to negotiate through to get shape on the 8 ball. I would normally, sorry guys, we just had a cue catastrophe. That's a really bad sound in pool to hear cues hit the floor, and on the way down it smacked the camera. So sorry for the earthquake there on the right-hand side. So as I was saying, yeah, lots of traffic to negotiate through to get down to the 8. Normally you play that just a touch short to go off the end rail and kind of shoot the gap between the 11-12. So I think he does have enough of an angle here to cheat it a little bit and just straight draw and shoot that gap between that 11-12 ball. Whoa. I'm pretty sure that Jeremiah there thought the cue ball was going to make more contact with that 8 ball than what it did. Really nice run out from Mr. Gombach. That will bring Russ Whittle to the table. Nice try on that. Tried to bump that 8 ball to cover up the 2 ball, used the 12 to cover the 3 ball. However, Not a bad miss overall because he's got to take this 2 ball to the top left-hand corner, which makes shaping the 3 ball a little bit tough. I don't even know if you can play this at pocket weight with some right-hand check siding and hold the angle, but I think we're gonna find out. That's a steep angle, though. He might have to go forward and back across the table. Yeah, trying to hold that angle was always going to be a tough shot. Hey, thanks, Lou. Much appreciated, buddy. I am certainly trying to do my best, but trying to get into the heads of some of these advanced players does get a little bit tough. Trying to figure out what they're thinking versus what the layout of the table is telling me. But of course, from my position, I've never missed a shot from back here. I'm batting 1,000. But that's why I sit on this side of the camera for the most part. So Gary in a little bit tough on this 3-ball. He might get the outside edge of that 3-ball between this 8-12, kind of shave the paint off of it and leave Jeremiah a little tough. Indeed he did. So again, you want to kind of see the same shot from Jeremiah here off of the side rail. Kick that 12-ball, leave the cue ball up towards the top of the top rail. If that made any sense. The top of the top rail. How about just on the top rail? Sit it. Sit down. Did he call that? He absolutely did call that. What a great kick shot. This is why they're on that side of the camera, guys. It's shots exactly like that. I was thinking complete safety. Played the 2-way shot there. Called the bank shot, but then pulled the cue ball back to play safe on the 3-ball. No, you can just have one.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Never miss a shot. No, I never miss from back here. Bank shot on the 3 here. Nice bank shot. Sit in perfect position for 8-ball in the right-hand side pocket. And looks like Mr. Whittle is making quick work of the table on the left-hand side. 13, bottom left-hand corner. Touch a draw. Up table for 8 to the top left. That puts one on the board for Freight Train. Nice shot. Oh, Anthony, I'm telling you, there's no way you can afford to miss here. Every one of these players know how to wield a cue. Mr. Whittle takes one back for the machine. And guys, if you are just tuning in, help me out, share the stream. Let's give these guys the audience they deserve. They are putting on a show. So as we've stated numerous times on Q Sports Live, there are times that we showcase all levels of pool, from amateurs right on up the ladder. Sometimes you're going to see what not to do. With this match, this is a perfect showcase of what you are supposed to do. So they certainly deserve an audience. Let's see if we can share this up. And I certainly appreciate everybody hanging out with me. So Ben Francis on the right-hand table. He's ready to grip it, rip it. That doesn't sound like he's made a ball. Might be a dry break. Mike approaching the table for Freight Train. Clark, we haven't started yet. We ended up with a bye first round. So I play at 6:30. So not sure how long I'll be on the mic, but it'll be up until the point where I'm going to have to go and practice. But I do believe if Arden is done her match, Arden Neufeld, she's going to come in, sit in with me for a little bit, and then I'll leave Q Sports Live in the hands of Arden Neufeld. These guys can definitely play. Arguably, Russ Whittle, one of the best bar box players in North America. And you can't take anything away from any of his teammates. Jeremiah Hampton, Ben Francis, Mark Downey. Can't take away from any of them. I only say that because I know the machine. They are from Calgary, as are we. Can't take anything away from the freight train either. So Jeremiah Hampton on the left-hand table for the machine. Mike at the table for freight train on the right-hand screen. Mike shooting high ball. Might have put himself in a little bit of jail there. Tried to hold that for the 12 to the top left-hand corner. Unfortunately, it did get away from him a little bit. However, the 13 ball will cut up to that top right-hand corner. No real other shot. By doing so, even if you miss, I believe it's Ben on the right-hand table for the machine. He's got some work to do. The 3-6 deuce and the 1 ball. All are going to be tough. Do I know where you could buy a used Valley table? See them quite often on Calgary pool scene. Any of the pool scenes that you see will usually have tables for sale. Other than that, any of the tournaments like this one, you might be able to get a hold of Ted or SML in Calgary, Southern Music. They have some tournament played tables that they may be able to part ways with. So Ben Francis looking at the 1 ball and kind of like the choice here. 1 ball to the corner, breakout on the 3-6 deuce. Yeah, I think that would be the best choice. On occasion, I've seen them up on like Calgary pool scene or Alberta pool scene. But I think you're right. I think Walmac or SML. I do, Chris. Just send me a message on Facebook. My wife is the tournament director there. Tournament director. League coordinator for Southern Music. So. Yeah, really nice safety from Ben there. Patrick Neal, thanks, buddy. Much appreciated. So he does have a 2-rail hit on the 13, but really not a whole lot after that. And you got to be careful on this 2-rail hit. You don't want to put the 8 or the 13 into the 8 ball. So definitely have to be careful here. And I'm not sure the player's name on the left-hand table, but making short work of it. Nice attempt at the hit there. Smart shot from Mr. Francis to start that rack. I think the 7 will pass the 2 ball to the top left-hand corner here as well. Came up a little bit close to the work on that 8 ball. Shouldn't pose a problem, however. Into the heart. Larry, thank you. I will try to keep that in the memory banks for later on. 7-3. Machine over freight train. So Ben Francis at the table on the right hand. He's playing for the machine. Danny Gombach is coming up to rack on the left hand table. He is also playing for the machine. So 1 to the 2. Set himself up for the 3 ball, 6 ball. 5-2-8. Meet your good buddy John Allen or Jack Daniels. He thinks he can beat me at pool. Well, a pleasure to meet you, Mr. John Allen, Jack Daniels. So a little bit of a reversal on the out. Takes the 2 ball instead. Really nice spin there to go around 2 rails to set for the 5 ball. Leaving easy 8, left-hand side pocket. Well done, Mr. Francis. Nice out there. So up on the right-hand table, Mr. Whittle coming up to rack. And these guys are powering through racks. It's a race to 13. Machine is in need of 5 to take the match. He's watching silently, stalking and plotting his revenge. Indeed, Patrick. I've tussled a little bit with that same fella. Oh yeah, smooth as butter. And you know, I gotta hand it to Russ Whittle here. Also really, really smooth. When you watch him play, he just makes it look so damned easy. Sometimes it's frustrating. I get to play with Russ on Wednesday nights back in Calgary. And I'll tell you what, if you think it looks good on camera, you should see it in person. Just super smooth, smooth like silk. It's really nice to see. And a pleasure to watch, I might add. Dry break. However, a little bit, excuse me, a little bit of work to do here on this table. Seriously, he's watching the stream right now. I'm assuming he's watching through your eyes, Patrick. No, 8 on the break is not considered a win. It would be spotted. Yeah, 8 does not count on the break. It is just a spotted ball. So left-hand table, we have Gary at the table for freight train, shooting high ball. Looking fairly good to get out here. Really nothing to worry about as far as balls being tied up. Positional play will definitely be the factor, however. Nice shot from Russ. Does he get the reward for that shot? They say no good shot goes unpunished, but I think Russ might have this. If he doesn't, might be able to cheat this off the rail off the 9 to make that 3 into the top left, if he doesn't have it straight. May elect to save that for the end. well, I guess if he did do that shot, it would open up the pocket for the 8 into that top left. But as it sits now, really side pocket is the only spot that that 8 ball goes to. So he may end up saving that 3 ball till the end to play the 8 into the right-hand side pocket. Play the out 1-7, 2-5, 3-8. Keeps looking at it, so it is definitely a little bit uncomfortable. I think he's going to save that 3 ball till the end. That leaves him pretty straight in on that 8 to the side pocket. Nice stroke there. Sets him perfect straight in on the 5 ball stun shot. 3 off the rail off the 9. Can sit it straight there. 8 to the right-hand side pocket. Nice shot. Really nice patterned out there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with a guy like Russ Whittle. He just makes it look really, really easy. Very smooth stroke. Well done. Pleasure to watch. So Gary up at the table on the left-hand side for the freight train. Shooting high ball, looking good. 11 to the top, or sorry, bottom left-hand corner here. Either wants to shoot the gap between 1 and 7 or come on top of the 7 for the 8 to the top right-hand corner. That was only about 7 hat adjustments, indeed. Nice shot from Gary there. That'll claw one back for the freight train. And if my memory is correct, is this Larry? Dave. Somewhere he'll be known as a Larry, but I guess his name is Dave. So now with 130 people online, guys, where's everybody tuning in from? Ben Francis approaches the table. Dave tuning in from Arizona. Indeed, there are, Patrick. A, B, and C divisions for the team competition is true. Holbrook, Arizona, Erie, Pennsylvania, New Braunfels, Texas, Houston, Bradford, Powell, River, Terrace, Vancouver. It is good to hear and good to see, guys. Good variety, good mix of viewers. Onaway, Alberta, home province. The Monk in Maryland. Nice little play on the in-off there. And actually looking really good to get out here. Can't quite tell if that deuce, or sorry, the 12 ball goes by the 2 ball. Freezing cold Brandon, Manitoba. Fort Saskatchewan. Great feed. Hey, you're welcome, Lonnie. Thank you very much. Yes, Patrick, these are definitely the A Division. Brenton City, North Carolina. So just want to give you a little bit of a close-up here on this 12 ball. See if we can see if it goes. Indeed, he has called it. So it will go. As soon as he pots this, we'll go back to that split screen. Nice little draw with some left hand. Underneath. Spruce Grove, Alberta. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Susan. It's all good. Oh, great shot. Great shot, left-hand table. Gets a nice little jelly roll for making a nice shot there. He's got 15 ball right-hand side pocket. Gotta watch himself here, though. Has to shoot that gap between the 5 and the 7. Nice little rub on the 5 to sit perfect. 8 ball top right hand. Claws another one back for the freight train. Ben takes it back for the machine. So they each gain 1. So in a race to 13, machine is in need of 3. Freight train's got to bring it on. Maple Ridge Council, thanks for tuning in. Memphis for Dan. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Without you, it would be me sitting here talking to myself, and that would just look weird. So believe me, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for making me not look weird. Might sound a little weird, but at least I don't look weird. So on the left-hand table, Danny Gombach racking for the machine. Russ Whittle on the right hand, also racking for the machine. Brian from Calgary, thanks, buddy. Yeah, I am still weird, for sure. But only you're allowed to say that, Shona, because you know me. Where's Ryan? Ryan's sitting up on the podium. Hey, Gord, I might look weird, but I have a really good face for radio. Ryan is sitting up on the podium. He is running CompuScore. Do I have the score right? Beautiful. Brian, I am doing phenomenal. The only way I can be better is if I was twins, but I don't know if the world is ready for that. Absolutely, Mick. Welcome to the live stream, tuning in all the way from Australia. My voice is pretty good for this. I appreciate it. Although, you know, okay, so I'm going to share this with you, and it's something I'm not sure how I feel about. Because last night on the stream at between 1 and 2, I jumped on, was commentating for the men's 9-ball team final, which it was the machine in. And I was tired, and you could hear it in my voice. And one of the guys jumped on and said that I sounded like Mr. Rogers. I'm not really sure I want to take that as a compliment. because I really don't think I want to sound much like Mr. Rogers. If I do, my lord, please, dear God, let me know so I can change something. Hey, thanks, Kevin. 40, I think there's 40 tables in the room. I lied. 30, 33 tables? 32 tables. There we go. We narrowed it down, Kevin. 32 tables in the venue. Maybe a little. Please don't tell me I sound like Mr. Rogers. That's just not a good compliment. I don't want to hear that. I just can't. I can't. It's just not allowed. I sound like Mr. Rogers. Thanks, Dallas. I can assure you this is no way, shape, or form Mr. Rogers. Hey, Bill, you got my back. Thanks, buddy. I knew I could count on somebody. Personally, you're closer to Mr. Magoo? No good. Better than Captain Kangaroo. Well, I guess there is that. You all want to be our neighbor? That's it. Dang nabbit, I'm not bringing up Mr. Rogers again. I can see how that's going. The Tom Hanks, Mr. Rogers, maybe. Oh, God, no, Shanty. I do not have a singing voice. That is not something you're going to want to hear. If I start singing, dogs start howling. It is that bad. What's going on, Edward? Ban, hammer time, Mr. Rogers comments. I do have that ability, guys. I could delete all those comments. Either does Mr. Rogers. Yeah, let's talk about nookie cookies. I like that idea better. Talk about nookie cookies. I totally did open up the can of worms, and you know what? I kind of thought my viewers might have my back. And in, I guess, some small sense, that's true. Y'all just stab me in it instead. It's a darn good thing I try not to take this stuff personally. Because I'll tell you, I don't want to sound, and in all seriousness, I really don't want to sound like Mr. Rogers. That would not be good. You know what, guys? I'm going to stop talking about Mr. Rogers because we are seeing a really good safety battle happening here on that left-hand table. That is Tom, I believe, and Danny Gombach having a battle. It is good to laugh, guys, and thank you for that. Chad, you got my back, brother. I know you do. Hey, Kevin, do you know what happened in Eric or with Eric in Halifax? Is he still in it to win it? Somebody give me an update on how Eric's doing. Right, Clark? Where is the nookie cookie when I need it? I sound like the neighbor Wilson from Home Improvement. Well, you know what? I'll take that over Mr. Rogers because at least he had some good advice. So I'll take that as a compliment. I'll adopt that, Brian. Thank you. Laughter is the best medicine. It really is. And you know what, guys? I really did need it. The start of the week here wasn't obviously very good, but I'm trying to put it out of the back of my mind here. My sister is scheduled for surgeries all weekend, and we'll see how that plays out. I'm hoping they don't have to do what they're talking about doing. So that's all I want to say on it, because I'm having a good time. Don't want to really think about that end of it. So really good safety battle on the left-hand table. He was he was a wise guy. Had a lot of good advice. That's why I took that as the compliment. Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace. God, I hope my voice isn't that old sounding yet. Oh, Tiffany, that's so awesome. I'm going to let him know. Where is that Mr. Franchise fella? Oh, he's sitting over there. Soon as he comes back over here to check in, guys, I'll let him know that, Tiff. That's awesome. And Mr. Whittle working his way out on this table here. But I really, really like this safety battle on the left. Danny and Tom just having a battle for each other. I love it. Smart shots. Not giving up an inch by either of them. Russ looking good to be out here. Looking really good, Mr. Whittle. Oh, team is doing really well, Tiff. With Russ's win here, it'll put him 11-5. So hopefully I haven't missed any games here, guys. I believe I'm right, 11-5. Because Russ just asked, is that it? And I don't think so. I think there's 2 more games to be had here. But really nice safety battle here on that left-hand table. Looks like Danny's kind of got the open table, but he's got to play his cards right here. He needs to break out that. I can't tell if the 6 goes. 6 does go. Looking down the barrel of it, needs to break out this 5 ball here. How many till the final? Till the finals? Oh, this is first match. This is the very first match of the A Division team. So I don't think the finals will be till tomorrow. I think they have 3 matches tonight, but finals are played tomorrow. That's all right, Tiff. We'll forgive you. So the machine is at both tables here, guys. Ben Francis on the right-hand table, Danny Gombach on the left-hand table. If they can close out both of these matches, they will win the match 13-5. No problems at all, Tiff. Danny is playing for the win. He's trying to kick the front door down, take the win. Bank shot on the 5 ball to the top right-hand corner. Some draw to shape out the 7 ball. Beautiful shot. What a shot. 7 ball to the bottom left hand, 2 ball to the bottom right hand, go out a rail, 8 ball to the top left, or he does have the option to kind of punch it past center table and put the 8 into the left-hand side pocket. What's a nookie cookie? Is that a Canadian thing? It's kind of a Q Sports Live thing, Bob. For kind of the newer viewers, the nookie cookie stream was done when we were doing a stream in Red Deer. We were extremely sleep deprived, and the PG-13 rating that we normally carry was upped a few stages, and was just an all-around really, really fun stream. Probably one of the best that we've had. It is in the archives if you do want to search it out. It was one in Red Deer. It was about a year ago, maybe a year and a bit ago. So machine is on the hill if my scoring is correct. Ben Francis at the table has the opportunity. He could close it out for the machine. And there is the strength and power of the commentator's curse. You bet, Bob. It was probably honestly one of the funnest streams that we've had. Our regular viewers will testify that that by far is probably one of the funnest and best streams that we've had. It will definitely go down in history. So we've worked hard to not have too many of the nookie cookie streams, because they're kind of a special thing and they have to be somewhat spontaneous. So when they happen, but generally it is with extreme sleep deprivation as to when those come on. Yeah, plus Limp Bizkit and the Cookie Monster also showed up in that live stream. It was just one for the ages. Really fun stream. So Freight Train looking to take one back here. Now, if I'm shooting this, I'm going to take the 6 to the top left hand and go underneath the 1. I'm not going to bother trying to draw this. It's kind of a force follow to go to the right-hand side below the 1 ball. That would be the 1, Brian. Whoa, get out of there. Wow. Not quite the force follow that I think he wanted. Took the long, dark ride down to the ball return with the white ball. But now Ben with the chance to close it out. 12-13 to the top left, 8 ball to the top right-hand corner. Thanks, Bob. Oh, the pie in the face with Denise Belanger. I like it. There is your winners, guys. The machine takes it down, 13 games to 5. They put on a show. Good luck to the Freight Train. They will try to battle it out on the B side. Good luck to them. That's a really good idea. I think I might actually talk to Denise about that and maybe do a pie in the face at when we head to Niagara Falls. I like it, but we have to raise money, guys. It's got to be about charity. So Bonnie Plowman and I had the pie in the face challenge, and we raised money for the Humboldt Broncos. Really sad case there. If you haven't heard about it, that was that young hockey team that was in a massive, massive accident. So it's got to be about charity. And I'm going to talk to her about it. That sounds like a good time. And I certainly lost. I got pie in the face. For me, it was never about who won or not. It was all about raising money. So we had some items that we auctioned off and all kinds of things there. But really good idea. I will talk to Denise Belanger about that. I think that's a great idea. Maybe we can do that to kick off the event when we go to Niagara Falls. So guys, I'm going to do a quick shutdown restart. Make sure you've gone onto that Facebook page for Q Sports Live. Click that like button so that when we do come back live, you get notified. You'll be able to jump in on the stream again. In the meantime and in between time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. We will be back here as soon as we have another team up and ready to go. Oh, Ryder was saying, good luck, Daddy. It was hit here.
You guys are up on the stream.
Oh, I guess I'm up on the stream. We're up on the stream right now in 8 minutes. All right, good to know. We will be right back here, guys, 8 minutes from now. It'll be myself, Ryan, Ted Harms, Mike Wazaloo, and Bob Leonard, all ready to rock and roll, trying to see what we can do in this advanced division. So appreciate everybody tuning in. We will be right back with our match. Thanks for tuning in, guys.